Meaning that you would be able to track every banknote, where it had been, who it had been issued to, and create, in essence, an audit trail. That would essentially take away the anonymity of cash that we now enjoy today. The ATM machine itself, as the money came through the roller device, would be reading each number, and they would know who you are because, of course, you identify yourself at the bank before you take money.
When I look into your
In China, it's actually quite chilling when you look at what they're doing. They've actually linked up those RFID chips in the ID cards with information that ranges from someone's employment background, their educational history, their reproductive history, even their landlord's name and phone number.
We're gonna make it if we try.
It'd actually be controlled by the Department of Homeland Security. So what we're in essence talking about is a national ID card, very similar to what's being done in communist countries like China.
Rhythm in your mind. Rhythm of your life.
Simply feed it through a little reader device. It would go in, it would tag that number and transfer possession from Aaron Russo, say, to Walmart. Once everything you do is tied down to a single number and there is no longer the ability to pay with cash, then all it takes to render you a non-citizen is to simply turn that chip off. You will no longer be able to really participate in any function in society, including buy food. The Orwellian, I mean, it's talking about Big Brother looking over your shoulder at absolutely everything you do, every purchase you make, every place you go, every company you interact with, all of that would be reported back, potentially, to the government.
I love to look into your eyes. I see all of the tomorrows, all the happiness and sorrows of our lives.
Hello, I'm Catherine Austin Fitz, President of Solari. I love to see people and communities prosper. It is heartbreaking to me to walk or drive through communities and see all the financial drains and losses, particularly those that could be prevented. Many Americans cannot see how we sabotage ourselves with our own purchases, our own donations, and our own investment decisions.
It's the rhythm.
In these times, one of the most important things we can do to protect our time and resources is to help protect the time and resources of those around us. As a financial matter, we truly are in this together.
Rhythm is life. Rhythm is life.
In the United States Department of Education, under the Reagan administration, during which I had access to all of the most important documents for the restructuring of not only American education but global education. And I'm also the author of The Deliberate Dumbing Down of America.
Time so
This gives the background of what I saw not only in the Department of Education but as a local school board member.
all the hours in the day dissolve mysteriously away into my life. Though we struggle and fight, no matter who's right.
My children, my two children, were born $86,000 in debt based on the national debt. Now, why am I going to take away from those children to give to somebody that's going to be born in 2030? That's not going to happen. So that was my decision. It was very easy. You know, you think about stuff like fear. Oh, your son going to get you, they're going to take your stuff. My children are important. Man, I'm one of those mothers that will roll up her sleeves. And I think that a lot of mothers are like that. So this is what my decision was. And I went on and started educating people. One of the things that people ask me once I've made this decision and started talking about it, it's some kind of conspiracy theory. Y'all hear that a lot? Okay. Well, tell me this. What's the difference between a conspiracy and a strategy? Don't you understand that this is all by design? All this black, white stuff. You're white, I'm black. You know, you're Democrat, I'm a Republican. You know, y'all heard of divide and conquer before.
Rhythm in your mind, rhythm of your life, rhythm is life.
But at the very moment of that speech, DynCorp was exposed for having been involved in the buying and selling of young women and children. While all of this was going on, DynCorp kept the Pentagon contract to administer the smallpox and anthrax vaccines and is now working on a plague vaccine through the Joint Vaccine Acquisition Program. Mr. Secretary, is it policy of the U.S. government to reward companies that traffic in women and little girls? That's my first question. My second question, Mr. Secretary, according to the Comptroller General of the United States, there are serious financial management problems at the Pentagon, to which Mr. Cooper alluded. Fiscal year 1999, 2.3 trillion missing. Fiscal year 2000, 1.1 trillion missing. And DOD is the #1 reason why the government can't balance its checkbook.